Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Hanging Out for a Living. We have with us today a figure who epitomizes the spirit of you, Dave. Some things never change. He actually epitomizes the spirit of entrepreneurship and ceaseless learning. Our guest, David Mammano, is a serial entrepreneur and business luminary who's been shaping the commerce landscape for over a quarter of a century. Don't mean to date you, Dave.
No, I started when I was 5 with a lemonade stand, so
There you go. Love
that's
it.
perfectly true.
So, with a history of starting businesses from scratch, Dave really knows what it takes to grow a venture and now uses his wealth of experience to guide others on their entrepreneurial journeys. His accomplishments, among many, include being a three-time Inc. magazine 5,000 Growth Company winner, twice a TEDx speaker, and the author of several best-selling books, including the popular Crash and Learn: Lessons in Business. In addition to his business mastery, Dave is also an internationally sought-after speaker, adjunct professor at the University of Rochester, and even a TV show host. Did you know he was once my boss? So let's give Dave a warm welcome and let's dive right in. Thanks for joining us, Dave.
Well, thank you, Lady T, as one of my many nicknames for you. And thank you for that. I never felt like I was your boss. I felt like I was your partner in success. I remember way back in the early 2000s when you were a paralegal with the great Wayne. Why am I forgetting his last name?
Harris.
I'm sorry, Wayne Harris, tremendous human being. And we brought you on board to launch our Canadian edition of Next Step magazine. And then, of course, you became the top-selling salesperson at the whole company for everything that we did. And it was so fun to just watch you just be very eager to learn and grow. And you were always a hard worker, but to kind of pair that love of life and hard work with sales, entrepreneurship, helping people. And you were just like a very fast growing flower. It just took to it, did very well. So I always felt like I was, a partner in your success and not really your boss. I think there were some days I felt like you were my boss. So
Hope that was a good thing.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Wow, you're gonna make me cry. Happy tears. Yeah, hard to believe we go back, from 2001?
2001.
When we started to work together.
I probably met
Absolutely.
you before that when you were working for Wayne, right?
That's
So
true. Yeah, that's true. Yep. So
yeah.
anyway, let's dive into, I want to respect your time. So let's dive into our questions. So the first one, Dave, in your entrepreneurial journey, it spans over 25 years, starting multiple businesses from scratch. So can you share with us one or two pivotal moments or lessons that have been instrumental in your growth as a business person?
Well, I think the first one is, don't go at it alone. So the first thing I did when I was alone, I was 25-year-old little punk kid in a loft in my apartment, was that I decided I needed to, create a board of advisors. And I reached out to people that I respected in different fields and for different purposes. And I asked them to be on my board of advisors. And that meant, getting together as a group every now and then, being available, for in those days, phone calls or just coffee meetings. And it was 95, 96, didn't have Zoom back then. And so that was very helpful. You want to surround yourself with people that, really have your best interest at heart and are at a point in their life where you want to be. And it could be, in their relationship, in their business, in their health, and, et cetera. Jim Rohn, the famous business philosopher who, sadly passed away, very wisely said that, you are the average of the 5 people you hang around the most. So I definitely wanted to make sure my network was people that were going to elevate me to the next level. And then, on that note, also not going at it alone. And once I started hiring people, I just started hiring people that would bring, the company and me to the next level. So for instance, Chip Milligan, Diana Fisher, Laura Hammond. I mean, all those, great people that were really instrumental. Bob Syracuse, right? That, really helped bring us, to that next level. Jan Resch. I'm trying to remember all the great
Oh my
superstars.
gosh, yeah,
Lisa
absolutely.
Metelsky, can't forget Lisa Metelsky, of course. So,
Oh
uh,
my gosh, yeah,
each of you were just tremendous superstars in your own right, and really helped bring Next Step to a multi-million-dollar company with franchises all over the country and even in some other countries. So it was a great ride while it lasted. I think we still would have been going if that darn, digital revolution didn't kill print. But c'est la vie, we go on. But I would say that's number one. Number two is, kind of what I just alluded to with print killing, or I'm sorry, digital killing print. I wish, as we tried some different things.
sure,
I wish in hindsight, I wish I made some different decisions. Looking back, what I would have done now is turn it into a digital marketing company focused on higher education. I think that would have made a lot of sense. Those were our clients. That's where that's where the ball was going.
sure,
I did some different things. So, as we sold it and moved on. But I would say as trends, the world changes. Definitely take a deep breath and look at all your options, but especially where the ball is going.
absolutely. Great advice. Great advice. I'll always remember you saying, "Show me the 5 people you hang around with, and I'll tell you your future."
That's
So,
right. Yeah, yeah.
wise words. So, on to the second question. You really have a unique perspective as a three-time Inc. 5000 growth company winner. In your opinion, what are the essential qualities or strategies for a company to experience such rapid growth and consistent growth?
Yeah, well, number one, it goes back to the team, right? Having a team that is all A players, and they come in and they're motivated. I used to tell you I can't motivate you. You have to
Yeah,
be motivated. Remember, I used to tell you that I could have like the best dance floor, the most beautiful disco ball, great music, great strobe lights, but I can't make you dance.
yeah,
Right. I can have everything, but at the end of the day, you have to dance. So,
I remember.
creating an environment where A players can flourish, where they love what they do, they're supported, but not suffocated, and allowed to help you grow the company and feel like they have ownership, take ownership of their role in the company and feel proud of growing the company. Uh,
Absolutely.
yeah. And then also too, in today's fast moving world, just, continuing to make sure that you're on the cutting edge of what's around the corner. Would I start a printed magazine today? No, right? It's a tough gig, right? There's
Yep.
still some print that's making it. They have a like very defined niche.
Hmm.
Um, but just really like, where are we going to be in 1, 3, 5 years? Today I'd be looking at AI. How is that going to
Right.
affect my business? Is it going to kill it? Can I partner with it? How can I use AI to bring my business to the next level? So just continuing to look around the corner, and make sure there's not a punch for you.
Yeah, right in the gut, right? You don't want to
Yeah.
have that. That's not a good thing. Um, that's all really great advice. I always remember you saying, "T, I can roll out the red carpet, but you gotta walk it."
You
So,
gotta watch, and that's why you had great nicknames, not only Lady T, but
oh, hold up. No,
the
no, no. Stop right there. Time out.
Canadian closer. Come on, I had to say the Canadian closer.
Oh, all right, but leave it at that, okay? Because he had a few more folks, but we won't. That's another segment. If you want to, if you want that, you'll have to let us know. On
Uh,
to question number
we'll have a
three.
bloopers version.
Oh yeah, that too. Oh gosh, can you tell that we all had such a great time working with Dave? As the author of the number one hot release on Amazon, Crash and Learn Lessons in Business, what is the key takeaway you hope readers can apply to their own businesses or their lives?
Well, so the crash and learn obviously is a twist on crash and burn.
Right.
And in the world of entrepreneurship, business life, there's a lot of instances where everything goes to hell, and a lot of people will quit, give up, move on, and that, in my opinion, is truly failing, right? And but there's the other saying, fail forward, right? You're
Yeah.
learning, fail. It's a lot of acronyms. It could be, first attempt in learning, right? There's a lot of different things, right? So,
Right.
uh, the whole idea of crash and learn was, I'll say when, not if, when your business goes sour, things, there's a downturn, that to really, That's what you need. Double the energy, double the positivity, double the mindset, really inspiring your people to, learn from the experience so that you don't burn, you learn and grow and rise like the Phoenix again. So that was my book. We had 10 stories, 10 chapters, and every chapter was a different business owner, me being one, of how everything, crashed. And instead of giving up, we kept on moving forward, rose like the Phoenix again, to fight another day and to thrive another day.
I read the book, and one of my biggest takeaways was when you read all the stories in there, they were really inspirational. But one of the like aha moments, if you will, was never quit on a bad day.
That's true. That's true.
So that
Yep.
was one of
Yeah,
mine.
yeah. If you're gonna like Seinfeld, he was on top, and so if you're gonna go out on top, right?
Right.
My dad, I got to give him credit. My dad in ninth grade, I hated the saxophone. I was playing the saxophone. I wanted to quit. I was getting C's and B's in music class, and he goes, "You can quit when you get an A." I was like, "Oh, okay." And so I ended up getting an A, and I quit just to spite him. But I remember saying, like, "Geez, I really like it now. I don't know if I want to quit." Because I was doing well.
That's I love that. I'm going to remember that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's a good
So
one.
that's a really
Absolutely.
great saying.
I hope that our viewers are taking notes, and if not, replay this because there's some really great golden nuggets here. And last but not least, Dave, given your wide ranging roles from an entrepreneur, speaker, professor to a TV host, how do you juggle your commitments and really maintain balance? And what advice do you have to our audience looking to diversify their roles and ventures?
Yeah, well, it is. If you want something done, schedule it. And so I'm very well scheduled. I've always, what's the saying? Routine will set you free. I've
Yeah.
always been very, very clear about my day. It uh, focused on different, times of day, doing different things. I'm really good in the morning, so that's what I'm going to do, like things like this, right? When I have my energy, sales, hosting shows, things like that. 3, 4 o'clock, oh my God, would I love to take that 3:30 nap, right? Like I'm going down, and I'll come back up for a while, obviously. But then I turn into a pumpkin around 9:30, 10 o'clock, you know? So am I going to do one of these at, if 9:30 at night, if I have to, I guess I will. I'll probably, drink an energy drink beforehand, but you have to know your rhythms. You have to know, like, when are you productive? And you also have to know what to take off your plate. If
Yeah.
they're like, pay attention to your energy, like if you're doing something and you're like, oh, this is drudgery, or you just feel like you're going against the grain, do you have to do it anymore? Is it something you could take off your plate? We had a consultant one time at Next Step, Steve, and I'm forgetting his last name because it was so long
Wasner?
ago. What?
Was it Steve Wasner?
No, this is way back when. This was like this guy Steve was like Steve Davis, maybe organizational development. We did some retreats with him, and he had told me that I love putting things on my plate, but my new rule would be, if I put one thing on my plate, what am I going to take off first, or maybe
Okay.
maybe even two things,
Right.
But you really, I'm 54. You're 35. At this stage of our lives, we need to just really 95% doing the things that bring us joy to our soul. Otherwise, why
Absolutely.
are we doing it?
No, you're right. You're 35. Oh, I see. This is why after over 2 decades, we're still friends, right?
I'm smarter than I look.
Oh, jeez. Well, all right. Well, folks, we had the immense pleasure of spending this time with Dave Mammano, a beacon of wisdom, resilience, and entrepreneurial spirit. His insights, drawn from a rich tapestry of experiences in starting and growing businesses, are not only valuable, but also transformative. Whether in the realm of business, education, or inspiring audiences worldwide, Dave's journey is a testament to the power of continual learning and adaptation. As we wrap up this enlightening conversation, fun, enlightening, spirited, all those I think would apply, I'd like to remind everyone that the dialogue with Dave doesn't have to end here. So I encourage each of you to connect with Dave, continue the conversation, and really absorb more of his wealth of knowledge and experience. And you can find his contact information in the description of this interview. Dave, thank you again for sharing your time, your stories and your inspiration with us. Everybody, go out there, make it a great day. And until next time, bye for now. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you, Lady T.